Ask any housing agent and they'll tell you old HDB flats are a ticking time bomb, built in the 70s or 80s, now 45 to 55 years old. This is running down, better sell fast. Now, slow down, take a step back. If your flat was built in 1980, it still has slightly more than 50 years of lease remaining. For almost all homeowners, the remaining lease will outlast you. And even if you have to return your old flat at the end of its lease, do not worry, because the government will help you get another flat to live in. So if that's not the real problem, then what is? Today we are not talking about fear, we are talking about exit strategy. Because your old flat isn't the issue, your plan is. And today I'm going to show you 5 different ways to think about your flat depending on what matters most to you right now. Hi friends, if you're new to my channel, my name is Kenneth, an ex-police officer with 17 years of real estate experience. Over the years, one thing I kept hearing: sell your old flat, lease decay, drop in value, blanket advice, no contact, and that's dangerous. Because behind every house is a person with a different situation, a different priority, a different goal. So today, instead of telling you what to do, I'm going to show you 5 different strategies and you decide which one fits you. Now let's go. So let's talk about the first move, and I call this the stay and get paid move. This is for you if your priority is retirement income. Will you have enough money to live comfortably for the next 20 to 30 years? Maybe you are no longer working. You may be comfortable right now, but retirement is long. And here's the honest truth about your old flat. Yes, the value will gradually decline as the lease shortens. And that means less to leave behind for your children one day. And that's the truth. But if legacy is not your top priority right now, and retirement income is, then your flat is already generating income. You just haven't activated it yet. Now, think about it. If you have one spare room, you could rent it out for $700 to $900 a month, depending on your location and condition. 2 rooms, that's minimum $1,400 every month, consistently, without selling anything, without moving anywhere. Now, some of you might be thinking, Kenneth, if I downsize to a 2-room flexi on short lease at low price, I could walk away with potentially $150,000 in cash. Well, you are not wrong, but let me show you the numbers. Say you are 60 years old today, you live until 90, and that's 30 years of retirement. You spend that $150,000 at $1,400 a month. It runs out in 9 years. You will be 69 and the money is gone. But if you have stayed and rent out 2 rooms at $1,400 a month for 30 years, so that's $1,400 times 12 months times 30 years, and that's $504K in retirement income just by keeping it. Now yes, your flat will lose value over time due to lease decay, and when the times come, there may be less to pass on to your children or loved ones, and that's the honest trade-off. But if retirement income is your priority today, this move gives you exactly that: stable and consistent. Plan before taking any action, because sometimes the smartest move is staying exactly where you are and getting paid for it. So the second move, I call this the stay and get maximum income. This is for you if your priority is maximizing every dollar from your flat without moving out. You want income as much as possible, as consistently as possible, and you're okay with one trade-off: no resale value. Under the lease buyback scheme, you sell part of your remaining lease back to HDB for eligible flats and homeowners. You continue staying in your flat, nothing changes on that front. You get cash payout plus bonus plus CPF top up to your retirement account, which increases your CPF life money payout for life. Third, you still own your flat, which means you can still rent out your spare rooms. So you are stacking 3 income streams at once: cash from the lease buyback, monthly payout from CPF life, and rental income from your spare rooms. And that's your retirement income running on multiple tracks simultaneously. Now, there are terms and conditions for the lease buyback scheme. I will not go into the details here. I've done a separate video on this and I'll leave the link in the description below. The honest trade-off is this: when you pass on, there's not much value left for your children. The flat go back to HDB, and if legacy planning is not your concern, this move is worth exploring. So the third move, I call this the cash out and right size move. This is probably the most common approach I see, and honestly, the most straightforward one. This is for you if your priority is unlocking cash, simplify your life, or making lifestyle change. Maybe your flat is too big, your children has moved out, you have no use for that extra bedroom, and you do not want to rent out. You value your privacy. You want your own space, your own peace, and that's completely valid. Or maybe you want to move closer to your parents or your children. or simply a fresh environment, whatever your reason, it is a good reason. But when you sell your old flat and right-size into smaller ones, and the government may also reward you with cash bonus for right-sizing to a smaller home known as the Silver Housing Bonus, up to 40,000 in cash. I've done a separate video on Silver Housing Bonus and I'll leave the link in the description. Now this move sounds simple, and it is, but simple doesn't mean no planning required. So before you commit, do your sum first. Know your CPF refund, know your outstanding loan, know your actual cash proceeds. Because the number you expect and the number you actually receive can be very different, and you do not want to be caught off guard. Next is the fourth move. I call this leave something behind. This is for you if your priority is legacy planning. You want to leave something meaningful behind, perhaps for your children, perhaps for loved one who depends on you. I met parents who have child with special needs. For them, leaving something behind isn't about wealth. It is about making sure that their child always has a roof over their head. And that changes everything about how you plan. And I respect that deeply. But I'm going to be honest with you here. For older flats, due to lease decay, the value drops over time. And as the lease shortens, the buyer pool gradually narrows. Younger buyers face tighter CPF restriction, loan tenure gets shorter, and the value your loved one will eventually inherit may not be what you expect. So if leaving behind maximum value is your priority, you may want to consider getting a newer flat. Sell your current flat, move into a newer, smaller flat with longer remaining lease. That helps to preserve the value. We cannot guarantee it, but the chance of a newer flat appreciating in value is higher compared to an older flat. Of course, I'm only sharing this with you. Legacy planning goes much deeper than just the property. Please speak with a financial advisor or lawyer to plan this properly. And finally, your story, your move. Because not everyone fits nicely into the first four. Maybe you want to downsize, but you do not want to commit to a short lease flat and limit your choices later. You want flexibility later on. Or maybe you have a family member who is unwell and your housing decision depends on that. Or maybe you're waiting for your child to get married before you decide anything. Or maybe you're simply not sure yet. I sat across the table from people in all these situations, and there's one thing I learned. There's no standard answer. Every family is different. Every situation carries its own weight. And sometimes you just need someone to sit down with you, go through the numbers, go through the options, and see if going ahead makes sense. By the way, I'm offering a free 15 minutes phone consultation if you'd like to go through your options together. Just a friendly chat. I'll leave the link in the description, and together we can explore your options. Now, in conclusion, everyone has an opinion about your old flat. You ask an housing agent, they'll tell you to sell. You ask a banker, they'll tell you to take a loan. You ask the government, they'll tell you to top up your CPF for your retirement. Everyone has different perspectives, and everyone has different agenda, and none of them are wrong. But none of them are you either. Only one person knows what really matters to you, and that's you. So don't just follow blanket advice. Get informed, understand your options, and make the decision that best fits your life. And lastly, I wish you all the best, and remember the best decision is always an informed one. And yes, if you are curious about how much your home is worth and how to find out for free, I did a video on that. You can watch it here. My name is Kenneth, and I'll see you in the next video.